Hi everyone, it's Bethany. Welcome back to my channel. In this video, we are going to look at some of the fun little items that I have found at Dollar Tree this spring, and I thought we could just simply craft. So I'm going to be taking you through 12 crafts today. Again, everything I have found at Dollar Tree, and I'm excited to show you some fun little looks that I want to put together. So the first thing that I found, and I have to say these come in a variety of colors. I think there was a lavender and maybe a light blue, and I already wish that I would have picked up more. In fact, I'm going to go see if they have some more of these pink ones, but I wanted to have this as a little pencil cup holder or any type of art holder, right? For our little things. This could even be a little weeding tool holder. That would be really cute as well. But I'm making my daughter a little art station in her room, and I thought this would just be perfect. The colors are perfect, although they're perfect for my craft room as well. So I'm gonna go try to find another one for me. So what I'm going to do is bring my little cup cradle in, and I am going to just set this little cup right there. And I'm running out of rubbing alcohol, so I'm gonna just tilt it a little bit so that I can get a good spray there. And this is just a little spray bottle that I have filled with rubbing alcohol. Makes it really easy for crafting. Okay, so the reason I'm doing this is just to remove any dust or oils from fingertips, anything that could be on the surface from handling or storing at the store, or storing in your craft room, more likely too if you're like me. But what I'm going to do next is lay the vinyl down, and if I have a really nice clean surface, which the rubbing alcohol provides, then I will be able to have my vinyl just not only lay down better, but stay on better. Okay, so I, again, am inspired to use this more in a craft space. So what I did was I placed the word create, and I used one of my favorite fonts. I'll link all font information down below, as well as anything that I am using to bring these fun little crafts together. But I just spelled out create. I thought that would be really perfect and fitting for this cute little pencil cup. And there we go. Okay. I feel like, I don't know if this is just me, but I feel like if I cut vinyl on my Cricut and weed it right away, I don't know if I'm making this up, but I'm finding that if I cut the vinyl and weed it right away, it weeds really easily. But if I cut it, hours earlier or days earlier before creating, sometimes I have a difficult time getting it weeded, and I'm not sure why, because that's not one of the things I struggle with, and I'm sure there's some silly reason why, but I don't know, it's just something that I've noticed lately as I've been prepping and pre-preparing some of my crafts. When I when I weed right away, I have a much easier time. Okay, so I am going to lay my transfer tape down, and I'm going to burnish the top and bottom. And what I thought I would do is just have the create go this way. And I think you could do it either way, right? You could do create or create. Actually, I think it makes more sense for my eye to have it go from top to bottom, or reading from top to bottom. But isn't this cute? And I love the little fill. I think that's so fun. Okay, now of course you could, twisted that and had it go the other way if you'd like, but when I instantly was inspired, I was thinking it would go this way. Okay, and I'm just going to peel that off. So if you're at Dollar Tree, this was more in the kind of school supply area, and again, they have multiple colors, but I think that's so cute. And again, I really want to go and get a couple more for myself. I think that's so fun. And again, little weeding tool cup holder, that would just be so perfect. Okay, there is our first little craft. Be sure to pick one up. They're so cute. The next thing I found at Dollar Tree was this really fun heart. Isn't this neat? And it doesn't really have any more of a descriptive name than that, actually. So what I'm going to do is I actually want to save this ribbon, not for this project, but I don't want to demolish it if I can repurpose it. But I'm going to take the ribbon off for this project, and I'll save that for another time. So this is the piece again that I found at Dollar Tree. Isn't that neat? I thought it was so cool. So I have had this little piece in my craft room for a while now. In fact, it has a little something on the back. This is from Michael's, and they were on mega sale, but this was in like 2020. And I bought a few of them thinking I can just turn this over, paint it, and do whatever I'd like, add some vinyl. But I've had these forever and I haven't done anything with them, but they were, I want to say they were $1 or less than $1, and I just couldn't leave them at the store for that. So I'm going to use that just to use up some of things in my craft space. But I think a couple videos ago, I was super inspired with the idea of, instead of painting a surface like this, using the pattern vinyl for more of a decorative touch and covering. So what I'm going to do is I measured the inside of my little frame here, and then I cut out a square with that same measurement. And this is also a really great way for you to use that pattern vinyl, because sometimes I know we all struggle with what to do with it, right? Okay, so I'm gonna give myself a generous amount, but not pulling everything off of there. And I'm going to, let me see, lay this down. Just gotta get one going and then it's good to go. Okay, so that looks good. Nice and straight. Now what I like to do is turn it this way. I like to grab my scraper, and then as I go, I think of it like wallpapering really, but as I go, I'm just going to squeegee down and remove any bubbles, just like that. Okay, and it got a little tad wonky in there, but that's okay. So if I have, see I have a little gap up here, but I'm going to set it on my surface like this, and I'm going to remedy that in a second. I'm going to set it on my surface like this, and when you set, like, I'm going to try to show you, when you have it sitting like this, you don't really see up and under. So if you do have a flaw like this with any project, make sure this is your top, because you don't necessarily see it as well. Okay, and if you have a little misalignment, just like I did, just take a little knife, a little craft knife, run it along, and then let me find my tweezers. Oops, get something a little bit more precise. Grab your tweezers, and there you go. And now that edge is perfectly clean. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is, I thought it would be fun to simply glue this little heart on the inside. Isn't that fun? It's very simple, but it's super, super pretty, I think. I just like that idea. Plus, I like the idea of having this really nice natural wood paired with that pretty pattern vinyl. I think that's just super pretty. So I do have some hot glue ready to go here. I think what I'm simply going to do, now you can decide which side of the heart you like too. I actually think I kind of like this side. This is really pretty. Okay, so now I am just going to place some glue back here. Get enough here. Whoops. Grab that glue. There we go. Okay. And I'm generous with my glue. I just lay it all on there. And then I'm going to position this just like that. And let that dry. I'm gonna let that really settle. Okay, and there we go. Now, if you wanted to build up the back, which would probably be a good idea, but I ran out of them, Dollar Tree has those little tiny wooden cubes, and what you could do is you could place those little wooden cubes underneath the sides and then hot glue them. That way it's all really secure. So I would probably recommend that for taking this a step further, because it is a little wobbly as is. So if I had those, I would demonstrate it for you, but they're just those little tiny, they look like dice really, little tiny wooden cubes, and you could place them under there as a shim properly, and then hot glue them to the back, but also to your heart just to really steady it. But I love that idea. Isn't that pretty? I think that's so fun. Dollar Tree also had these really pretty baskets, and they are such a good size. I loved the size of them, and they had them in a variety of colors, but I really loved this pretty pink. So these are my favorite. You've seen these on my channel quite a bit. I use them a lot around my craft room to label bins and such. So I had an extra one of these, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to place a little label right in here. I love these because you can hang them on just about everything, but I wanted to create a little storage basket for my daughter, and I thought this would be the perfect option. So what I'm going to do once more is I'm going to place a little rubbing alcohol right on my little tag, and these are not from Dollar Tree, but I will place a link for you so that if you like these as well. I love them because they're so easy to personalize. I think you'll have to look at the listing. I think you can also probably write on them with a dry erase, but have a Cricut, must use the Cricut for the lettering because my handwriting, while nice, I do like my handwriting, but I love playing with all the fonts and creating fun looks. Okay, so I have quite the reader at my house, so I thought I would do a fun little book bin because we're always trying to differentiate books that are her grade level, you know, books that around the house that she can just grab and read fairly easily or practice read. So I thought this bin is a perfect size for that. Oops, I got a little vinyl stuck there. It's a perfect size for that, and we're going to do that. Okay, so I did a little let's read. I'll put font information down below once more. And once I have all my little pieces, we're ready to go. Okay, I'm grabbing a piece of transfer tape. There we go. And same as always, I will just burnish the top and bottom. If your transfer tape gets stuck to your mat, I just kind of nudge it up like that. Okay, let's burnish the back. Oops, I think I forgot the front and all of that hoopla. And there we go. Being careful to also get the little apostrophe. And you would be mindful of getting any dots to your eyes or any punctuation. Okay, that looks really good. Whoops. Now I have to make sure I steady it just so, and I think that looks good. Yes, I like that. Okay, I'm gonna really press that down. And then we have a little tag to accompany this really cute basket I found at Dollar Tree. So let me just pinch that on there, just like that. Isn't that cute? I really like it. Actually, I love that font too. It's really nice for kiddos too. I think it's just so simple, but it looks really good. Okay, so there is another idea. These baskets are nice. I will say they feel really quality. Sometimes, you know, you can kind of tell, okay, yeah, that was $1.25, but these are actually super nice. I'm impressed. So I might actually go pick up a couple more of these for my craft room as well. All right, there's another idea. Let's continue with our next craft. Okay, I found these really cute. You could do sunglasses or eyeglass case. And since summer is upon us, well, I mean, we're barely tiptoeing into spring, but always thinking about the next season. Let's see, which way is this gonna go? Probably that way. I thought these would be really cute for kiddos' sunglasses. So once again, with the rubbing alcohol to clean off the surface there. And I picked out a fun pattern vinyl that I have had in my stash and that I love to use for kiddo projects. But this is a really cool Disney one. This one has Belle on there. And what I did was I found a design in Cricut Design Space that was free. I don't have Cricut access, so I always filter for free designs so that I don't have to pay for them. So I found this really cute sunglasses design, and I thought that would look so cute for the front of this little case. Okay, so there we go. Got it stuck there. And I think I can reuse this transfer tape that I used for my first project. That is just barely the right size, but it works. Now, in order for, let's see, I'm not sure if this is even gonna work. Oh, you know what? It's better than nothing. I love the cup cradle because even though that's not the perfect size, it does help. But I love it because you can use it for more than just cups, especially during the holiday season. I love using it for ornaments. It's one of those things that I would buy over and over again for my craft room. It just makes crafting much easier. So highly recommend that. Oop, a little hot glue there. Okay, now, again, another inspirational way you can use your pattern iron-on. I always recommend that you do shapes with it, because then you can really showcase the pattern and it's really fun that way. Okay, so I'm gonna put some little sunglasses right on this case. See if I can center that the best that I can. Tilt that up towards me just a little bit. I think that looks good. Okay, so now I'm gonna let that take the shape of, it curves just a little bit, right? So I'm going to just, instead of using my scraper, I'm gonna go through with my fingers and just allow that just to curve and take the shape of this little case. Okay, and I think it did a good job. Whoa! Okay, let's see here. Now with plastic, sometimes it can be a stinker, so you just take your time. There we go. And allow it to lay down. So if you're just patient with it, you'll be good to go. Okay, and I'm just going to kind of rub any bubbles that I see. Isn't that so cute? A really good way to use that pattern vinyl, and there is another fun little craft idea. Okay, I also found this really nice pouch at Dollar Tree as well. Oops, I'm gonna take this little tag off because we're going to do iron-on, which means this is going to my heat press. I wanna make sure that there's no tag on there that could melt. I think oh, there it is. Okay, I've got it. So I love little pouches like this because they can be used for a variety of things. You could either have this be used as a makeup bag, or you could have this for school supplies. I also love the idea of personalizing this and filling it with like little spa things. So nail polishes, nail file, all those little spa goodies, and then giving it as a gift. I think that is super fun as well. So what I'm going to do is I am actually going to repurpose this to be a school supply bag or for craft supplies. So I found this really cute SVG, which I'll link down below. I thought it was so pretty. I love the little ruler paired with the florals. This would be a really fun teacher gift as well. So be sure to pick up a few of these because you could just add a really nice little file to them, but also in this little banner of pink or whatever color. I'm not sure if they had other colors, but in this case, down in this little color block here, you could also add a personalization and do a name. So, so cute. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take this over to my heat press and I'm going to just lay this on the press. Now I'm going to be mindful that my zipper needs to fall without or outside of the pressing field because I don't want the zipper to be clamped down in my press. So you'll see that I'm going to just let this fall right outside of that little clamp area or where the heat is. So I'll do that. I'll pre-press it, I'll lint roll it, and then I will be sure to lay this just so and iron this on. Now, the pre-press is just to make sure there's no moisture in the garment. Also, if you had something that was rather wrinkly, then it would help remedy the wrinkles. But that's why you'll want to do that pre-press real quick before you do your iron-on part. Okay, let's go ahead and get this pressed down. Okay, I went ahead and removed it from the press. Now I'm just going to turn it over on a cool surface and really draw out that heat. That will just really, really help it cool down quickly This isn't mandatory, but I like to craft a little bit quickly sometimes if I have a list of things to do. So helping it cool down just helps me to move on to the next craft. So once that's cool, I'm going to monitor and slowly peel. What I'm looking for is any lifting, because if there's any lifting, what I'll want to do is place the liner back over my iron-on and apply additional heat to make sure it lays down. But that was perfect. Let's see, what did I have my press at? I did 315 degrees Fahrenheit for 30 seconds, and that worked flawlessly. Now, sometimes different heat presses act differently, so just because that worked good for mine doesn't necessarily mean that will be perfect for you, so you'll always want to just monitor the project in front of you, but I'm really happy with those results. All right, so there's another fun little idea. I think that turned out really pretty. I love the softness of it. I really love that file, and again, if you want to take it a step further, you could use this little color block to add a personalization. All right, let's move on to our next little craft. Oh my goodness, this was my next craft and I turned it over. This one's from Target. So let's save this to the very end. I'll do a bonus craft, but not Dollar Tree, so let's skip it. Okay, back to Dollar Tree things. I'm not sure how I messed that last one up, but you know what? We're gonna put it at the end of the video because I have a really cute idea for it that I really want you to see, but we'll just do it as a little bonus craft. How about that? Bonus content today. Okay. At Dollar Tree, I found these really nice magnetic photo frames. Aren't these so fun? I love things like this, especially for a camper. I think these are so fun because you can display some fun memories. You could do it for your fridge at home as well, but even better, these are perfect for lockers. So if you have a kiddo that is in middle school or high school, or they have a locker in general, maybe it's younger grades for you, then this is a really fun way for you to dress up their locker. So what I'm going to do really quickly is I'm going to, for visual purposes, I want to remove the little paper inside because I want to see, let's see here. And is this actual glass? Oh, wow. Okay. Note that it is actual glass. That surprises me. Okay, so I'm gonna place that back in. Okay, pretty high quality at the Dollar Tree. Okay, I hadn't seen these there before, and I thought they were super, super cute. So pretty. Okay, so I went ahead and removed the paper. That way we can really see, right? But the idea here is that you would put a little picture in here, of course. So what I did was I took scrap vinyl. Now, they are two different brands because, again, I was shopping my scrap bin. So this one is Cricut, and they do white on white, which is so hard. That's why I prefer, for many reasons, I prefer the Oracle brand, and I'll link it down below. But one of the many reasons is, I like the Cricut Vinyl. It is just fine. But I find that the Oracle is so much easier to work with. Also, if you haven't seen this yet, they put theirs on a blue backer, which, honest to Pete, that is such a simple thing to do, which makes a world of difference. It makes it so much easier to see what you're weeding. It's just genius. So that's why I go with them time and time again. All right, I'll link this font. Now you can't see this one super well. I mean, you can kind of see that. It says Besties. And then this one says Fun Times. I'm trying to think of some cute little teeny bopper sayings, right? I don't know. It's been a while since I was a teenager. So what I'm going to do is just place these on these little frames. I thought that would be really fun. Now you could apply rubbing alcohol to the surface. Because they just were wrapped, I'm not going to worry too much about it. So you could do it if you'd like to, but I'm going to go ahead and skip that part. What I will do is grab my transfer tape that I have been using. I have a couple pieces that are the perfect size, and we'll just reuse that. Helps keep the cost down of crafting when you can reuse your transfer tape. Plus, it keeps the cost down when you're using your scrap vinyl. If you haven't seen my storage solution for scrap iron-on and scrap vinyl, I will link that video right up here. I have been using that system for, oh gosh, 2 years? Has it been 2 years now? At least 2 years. And it works so well. In fact, I find that I use my little scraps more because of the way I store it. So if you need inspiration on how to do that, I'll link that for you. Now I just trimmed off the extra because sometimes less is more, especially with transfer tape. And I'm just going to simply get that lined up where I'd like it. And then your little photo would go behind there. I like to add the vinyl on top because I think it adds a little bit of dimension, but if you wanted to mirror your vinyl and add it underneath, that way you don't have, you know, anything on the top of your glass, you could do that. Be mindful though that you really need to make sure that you get all of your bubbles out, because when you put it underneath, you're going to see the space between the vinyl and the glass. So if there's any bubbles there, they will be present. So just a little tip, you'll want to really slow down and be mindful of that. Okay, let me peel this transfer tape up. And isn't that cute? Then you'd put your little picture in there, and that would be such a fun little look. Okay, and then this, so cute. Burnishing the back is really one of the biggest game-changing tricks. And I started that from the beginning, and honestly, it just helps keep the frustration down because it really comes off of your cutting sheet and just transfers over to that transfer tape so smoothly when you do that. Not to say I haven't run into a couple snafus here and there, but for the most part, that tiny little addition of the burnish on the back really helps. Okay, I'm gonna do besties on this one. And again, font information will be down below, but I wanted to keep it really fun. There we go. And then peel that off. How cute are these? Aren't they fun? I can't remember if there were additional colors or anything like that. These are the two that I saw and grabbed, but I love the look of these. I think they're so fun. So next time you're at Dollar Tree, see if you can find some of these, and I hope you're inspired with this little personalization. Okay, I also found this really neat little tag. This was more in the craft section. I really loved it. It's a nice little beaded area here, and then we have a nice wooden tag, a little bit of whitewash look going on with the paint there, which I really love. I love a nice white paint paired with a natural wood. It's so pretty. So what I did here was I just decided that this would be fun to do more year-round decor, right? If you are doing a tiered tray, I think this is a really fun little piece of decor that's simple, but super, super nice and dimensional for adding to a tiered tray. So I just grabbed a couple of fonts and I paired them together to write out Home Sweet Home. This would also be a really cute little housewarming gift that you could do. You could put this on the front of a bag as well, so that not only is it a little bag tag, but then also a piece of functional decor as a gift as well, which is so fun. Okay, let's see if I have enough. I think I need a new piece of transfer tape. I have scissors everywhere in my craft room, and I still feel like I'm always looking for them. Anybody else? Can I get an amen? I don't know why. I feel like my craft space is always fairly clean, but scissors for me really, really tend to just tiptoe away all the time. So I just have them everywhere. Okay, burnishing the front and back, and then we'll place this little saying right on this tag, and I think that's super cute. You could do this for anything, any season. These would be fun around Christmas time as well. This is a very basic little canvas for you to work with, right? So you could just do so many things and be inspired in so many directions and make this super seasonal. Again, I kind of went with a year-round thing just for fun, but I was excited to see these. And another thing that I think I may grab a couple more of the next time I do a Dollar Tree visit. Okay, I'm gonna center that there. I think that's really cute, and that looks good to me. All right, let me press that down, just like that. Peel this up. And there is yet another little inspirational craft from Dollar Tree. Okay, I also found this really cute llama patch How cute is that? I found this in their little crafting section, and I have a cute little oatmeal heathered shirt here, which I think is so pretty. I thought this would be really cute on this little shirt. So simple, so fun. I think this would also be super cute on a hat. Wouldn't that be fun? I think that'd be so fun. Okay, so let me take this out, and it looks like there is an adhesive on the back here. So let me get that off because I don't want to iron that on. It looks just to be like a double-sided adhesive. So I'm just going to peel that off. And it's just, I'm just taking off the adhesive that, you know, connects it to this little cardboard. It's not the actual adhesive, just that little temporary adhesive. So I'm just going to remove that. It's that gummy double sticky stuff. Okay, and now I'm going to take this over to my heat press. Again, I'll pre-press my material, and then I think I'll also put a piece of butcher paper over the top of this just to protect both my press and the patch while pressing. Okay, let's go ahead and press this onto the shirt. I think that's super fun. Okay, that worked out really well. And I also at the end decided to flip the shirt inside out and press it from the back side as well. And I think that's really cute. That laid down really nice. I did the same. I did 315 degrees Fahrenheit for 30 seconds, but always monitor the project in front of you to determine your own time and temp. But that looks really cute. I really like that. Let me know what other ideas you would have for little patches like this. I always think they're so fun, and it'd be great to get some additional inspiration for how to use them. Okay, I also saw this little pencil case at Dollar Tree. Super, super cute. And I was thinking that it'd be really great to either put, obviously, school supplies in, right? But also it could fit your little weeding tools really, really nice. So if you don't have, I really love my little caddies. They are absolutely one of my favorite purchases. However, if you didn't have enough space to keep little caddies out for your tools, this is another fun little idea. Okay, so I put rubbing alcohol just on the surface there to clean it off. And then I thought it'd be cute just to write crafty tools and have a little space for whatever crafty tools you need to store. Okay, so you could personalize this any way you wish. So another good idea is if you have kiddos that are in extracurricular activities or sports and you're one of those parents that feels like you're constantly in your car right now, this would also be a really fun way for you to store all the little school supplies that a kiddo might need to do homework on the go, right? I think that would be a really fun idea as well. Really something simple that you could keep in your car with just some basic little supplies, especially if you have kiddos that are waiting for siblings to finish up their little sports. It's just homework on the go, right? But another fun way that you could use a little storage solution like this and then just put a cute little title on it. Maybe car supplies or something like that. I don't know. I guess I'm not very creative in this moment, but something cute like that just to dress it up. Okay, so there is my little vinyl piece. I thought it'd be neat just to put this in the bottom right. But of course you could center that if you wish. I liked the idea of that. And there we go. Such a fun little idea. And again, you could use this for a variety of purposes, but really cute. And like I said, these fit little weeding tools. It's a great length for that. I'm not sure about, oh, the spatula does fit really well. So really, really great little storage solution. And I think that these are nice. Now I will say that mine, the spring on mine doesn't seem to be closing super well. I probably got a dud one. So just note that, maybe just test yours out. Mine seems to be a little bit, I wonder if I could kind of give some pressure there to get it to, oh, there you go. Okay, nope. You can just Trying to bend that back into position to give it a little bit more grip. Oh, much better. Good to go. Okay, I love these little ceramic pieces from Dollar Tree. I think these are really nice. They're in the craft section as well. And they're just a fun little way to add a simple vinyl personalization. I love this idea. And I think these make really fun gifts. They're a really great size. You could do these in bulk, especially around the holiday time. You could do something fun. But I thought I would make a little gift for a friend. So I grabbed some scrap vinyl once more. I think most of this video was done from scrap vinyl, which just does my heart so happy because not only did I save a lot of money by shopping Dollar Tree, but I additionally came home and saved even more by shopping my scraps. So that just all around is a good crafty day. Okay, this is a cute little file that says Pray and Praise. I love it. And I cut it out of a nice gray vinyl, which I think pairs really nice with this look here. So I'm just gonna make sure I have all of my little middles taken out. Oh, I think I lost the dot to my eye. Let's see if we can salvage that. I don't throw away my vinyl into the end, but you know what I am bad about? I always fold it onto itself. So let's see if I can find the little dot to my eye and save that. Oh, but the last minute I found it. I was starting to think, well, maybe this didn't have one. But I found it right there. Now the trick is, can I get it off? Okay. A little surgery before we start. I have to get it off my finger first. And place it right down. There we go. Okay, seeing if this will fit. Sure will. Okay, we're using some tape. Press this down and we'll place it right on here. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to use that to hold that. That way it's out of the way, but I also know where true north is, so I can line this up just right. Okay. Taking away that backer. Making sure the dot to my eye is still where it needs to be. And pretty. Oh, I love that. Okay. Such a fun little gift. And there we go. Isn't that nice? I love the soft look of that, of the nice cream with the gray. I think that's so pretty. And you could always interchange this out for some patterned ribbon if you like, or if you have another preference. I always seem to actually really like this look. I just think the organicness of it looks really nice, so I'm going to keep it on there. But there's another fun idea for something that was inspired by Dollar Tree. These long wooden pieces are one of my favorite finds at Dollar Tree. They are so fun, and I love them because they're really fun for doing tiny little signs, and I like these for my windowsill. I think it's just a fun little place to decorate, and I love picking these up. So they come, I want to say that they come in 2 sizes. I think the other one is a tad shorter. I do think this is the longest one, and of course you could just, you know, go to a hardware store and trim these down yourself, but I am more of the find it and craft with it right away. Although my husband said, oh my goodness, I could make so many of those for you. But Dollar Tree has them, and I think they're a really fun little idea. Okay, so in our area, it is definitely showing signs of spring, and one of the things that I have noticed that I missed the most was the brightness of the sun so early in the day. I just love that. It's so nice, and it's just a nice way to wake up. So I thought it would be really cute to do a little sign that says, oh, hello there, sunshine. And I'm using one of my favorite fonts. I'll link it down below, but you could just type out anything that your heart desires. Again, if you wanted to do something around a holiday, these are really fun for just doing any type of personalization. You could do merry and bright around Christmas time. So many fun things that you could personalize. And these make really fun little gifts as well. Just the right size. And I love this idea for these little tiny signs. Okay, that will work. When I have a longer piece like this, I like to just take a little bit of the transfer tape off, fold this little back piece down, just like that, and then line it up and lay it down inch by inch, just like that. It just helps make it less overwhelming. And then I'll do the same, burnish the top and bottom. Sometimes with things like this, it's easier to work this way for me. There we go. Let me know if you found anything neat at Dollar Tree. I've been doing quite a few Dollar Tree videos lately, so I have found that it's kind of a fun little place to be. Fun little things, and I think Dollar Tree has really stepped up their game. They are bringing in some really fun stuff. I have been surprised a time or two with some of the fun things they're bringing in. So it's always worth a little trip just to see what you can find. Plus, again, keeping crafting costs down, because crafting should just stay fun, right? Okay, there we go. Now, I want to do this. You could absolutely center it. Oh, should I center it? I don't know. I really like a little right justified, but that's super cute too. No, my first instinct was to do this, so I'm gonna go with that. But I mean, obviously you can't go wrong because they're so cute. Okay. Oh, hello there, sunshine. Isn't that cute? I love that. Okay. There we are. And there is our final little Dollar Tree craft. Okay, I have a bonus craft. Let's go ahead and do it because it's just too good to not share. So while the last craft of the video is not Dollar Tree, which surprised me, I totally whoopsed, but I'm gonna share it anyway because crafting is crafting, right? All right, let's get to it. I think the reason why I pulled this and thought this was Dollar Tree was because we see stuff like this time and time again at Dollar Tree, right? This nice kind of wood look. So, whoops, this is actually from Target. It's in your little dollar spot, but this was actually $3. But I love the look of this wood. I think it's so fun. And I thought we could do something super fun for spring and be inspired with this pretty little frame. Now I'm going to, oh, okay. This says remove both sides of protective film before display. That's why that's there. So let's go ahead and remove these little sliders here. Take this out. And then there we go. Okay, so it wants us to remove this. So I like to use a weeding tool and I just focus on the corner. That way if it does accidentally get scratched, it's something that's covered up anyway. But I just grab a little bit of that, peel it off, and then, oops, clean there. Turn this over. And as you can see, we are removing the film right now. So I'm not going to worry about rubbing alcohol on this next because this is nice and clean. As long as I don't get my fingerprints all over it in the process of removing this film. Okay. Ooh, that second side is really adhered there. Okay, there we go. So now I'm going to place this right back in here so that I don't get it all dirty. And I'm going to take this piece. This is still really pretty. You are my home and my adventure all at once. Isn't that pretty? I'm going to keep this. I'm going to keep that and I can repurpose that for something else. I love the font of that, plus the message. Isn't that, I think it's so pretty. Okay, so I'm going to bring this down here. I am going to get a measurement of, let's see, a little bit more than, oh, I can't be exact, can it? That would just be too easy. Okay, I'm gonna do 7.5 by 5.5. Know that it is 1/8 of an inch bigger than that, but I like simple measurement. Oh, and well, no, it'll be fine because I have the mat, which I just had to dig out of the trash can. Oh my goodness. Okay, so it goes this way. So actually, let's measure the inside of this. This is gonna be 4 by 6, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 by 6. Okay, so let's put the little mat in there. I was gonna say, because I wanted to use 6 by 6 inch paper from this paper pad. Now I thought it would be really cute to do a little spring inspired sign. And I really like this. I want something, I love this too. I want something that, oh, I think this is it. I want something that is solid enough that we're going to see the saying that I'm going to put on the glass. That is pretty too. I love this. This is a paper pad by Pink Fresh Studio. It's one of my favorite collections that they've done. It's just brilliant. It's so pretty. So many good options. Okay, I'm going to set that to the side. I'll link this paper pad down below. But I'm also going to bring in my paper trimmer. And what I'll do is let's simplify the workspace a little bit. We are going to do 4x6. Now, we have 6x6 inch paper, so we really only need to do the 4. And I'll just give us a little bit more room there. So I did 4 1/4, just to have a little bit more room to place this inside. Okay. Now I'm going to use just some of this pink tape that I have right here. Ooh, that's pretty too. I'm going to put this right in my frame. Ooh, being very mindful that that is just barely the right size on that 6-inch side. But you just have to get it just so, tape it, close, and you'll be just fine. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to place this in the back of the frame. That way I don't lose it. I'll know it's there. Or if I go to interchange this out, then I'll be surprised yet again. Okay, making sure my clasp is on top. You can also have this be landscape as well. How pretty is that? Oh, it's so spring. Okay, so there is our fresh little look there. Now I have an SVG. It ran off with my scissors and was completely hiding from me. But look at this really pretty SVG that I found. It says Spring Flower Market Open Daily. And I thought that would look so pretty on a nice, more spring backdrop that that colored paper offers. Isn't that pretty? Okay, so let me place my transfer tape down. Okay, that'll be plenty. There we go. And we'll scrape this down as well. And again, you can put this, I'm going to put it on the top. I prefer to do it that way. You can, again, mirror this and put it underneath. Just, again, be mindful of the bubbles, okay? But I like the look of it on top. I think that that little tiny thickness of the glass offers just the dimension between the vinyl and the paper to make it look really kind of 3D. And it's really hard to explain on camera. And it'll be hard for you to see on camera, but in person, it just makes it look a tad more dimensional, which I think adds to just the whole look of it. So to each their own, do as you wish, but a little explanation on why I do it this way. Okay, there we go. And then we'll just center. Oh, that's so soft and pretty. Goodness gracious, I love it. Whoop. Oh goodness. Oh, I lost something. We're gonna have to get in a second. Okay, we're gonna do this. Okay, just like that. And I need to get that tiny little dash, which is okay. Okay, peel this up. Isn't that pretty? Oh, it's so pretty. I love that. I love that. Okay, let me, without scratching, I'm going to peel this up and just place it right in the next spot. In fact, let me grab the tweezers. The tweezers are amazing. Okay. Then put it right there, place, and there we go. Isn't that cute? Oh, I might have got that a little high, but you know what? I'll fiddle with that later. Isn't that fun? I think that's really, really pretty. I love how that looks. It's so fresh, so fun, and very spring. So a little whoopsie. This isn't from Dollar Tree. I'll have to say it again because I'll probably get a lot of questions on where did you find that frame? This one's from Target. So sorry about that, but wasn't it worth me sneaking this little bonus one at the end? I sure think so. Okay, another series of crafts inspired by Dollar Tree is complete. I love how all these turned out. Really, really loving this little sunglasses case, but I was just thinking as I was arranging everything, you could also, you don't have to use a little container like this for sunglasses. You could absolutely put crayons in here. You could put little things for your purse in here. Honestly, you could probably put like lip gloss and stuff like that too. So sometimes just looking at things in different ways is super, super fun. And so you could just personalize for whatever you would like on the front of there. I really like how this heart turned out, so cute. Now, this is really on there, don't get me wrong. I mean, that's on there. So another thing you could do again was place the little wooden blocks underneath, but as that settled, that's really, really on there. So I'm really liking how that turned out. Definitely want to go back and see if I can find some more of these. These are just so fun and the colors are right up my alley. But again, got this little art cup done for my daughter's little crafting station. I think one of my favorite things that I did this evening was this really pretty bag. I really love how this turned out. I think it's just so soft and pretty, and I think I'm gonna have to go get a couple more because I think this would be a really fun teacher present. So many fun things. I hope you enjoyed this. This little basket for reading books is going to be really, really useful at my house. And again, all the other fun little crafts that came together from Dollar Tree, plus our little bonus Target little craft. I think that's so fun. All right, everyone, if you enjoyed this, please be sure to give this a thumbs up. I hope you learned a couple things along the way, or I hope you are able just to sit back and get inspired and have some relaxing craft time. All right, everyone, I can't wait to hear what you're working on in your craft room as well. I will see you all in the next video.